Stephen Marsh, Ice Time Hockey Southwest. Jamie, you guys, early in the third period, you were down a goal. You had the 5-on-3. Did it feel like at that point in the game you feel like the team needed to get a goal at that moment?
Yeah, I mean, we ran into penalty trouble in the second period and wanted to kind of establish a better third, and that was, that was kind of what our power play was trying to get us, was to get momentum back. And obviously we come up with a couple good efforts, and then we do get one. So power play and penalty kill can go both ways. It can be uplifting, and if your power play is hot and score a goal, it's great. And if it gives the other team momentum, it can be a detriment. But other guys responded really well, knowing the situation. Doesn't always work, but tonight was one of those nights where just simplified based on what we were doing before and ended up getting one.
Now you guys have been kind of coming back from games recently. I mean, you've had a lot of comebacks. You had the comeback, you ended up losing this one in overtime, but just going back to the last home game you had here, the big comeback there, you had a late comeback in Tucson. What is it about this group that you're able to kind of get back late in the game and find yourselves in this position?
Well, I mean, I said it before, we don't like to be in those positions as many times as we have been in the last little bit, but we've had an interesting year. We've had lots of injuries, we've had lots of lineup changes, we've had lots of call-ups and signings out of the East Coast. We've had COVID cases. We've had a lot of stuff that's gone into a lot of situations for us, and it's led to potentially getting down in some games, and it's given guys an opportunity to play minutes towards the end of the game that we rely on our veteran guys, we rely on our offensive guys, and they just find a way to dig in and get it done. So it's tonight was one of those nights where we were behind, but I thought we were playing really well, and that wasn't the case in a lot of those games where we had to come back as we didn't have a good first or second period and had to rally in the third. Tonight was one of those nights where we were playing well, and we were just ended up being down, and I think our guys realized that it wasn't like we were playing bad. We just needed to keep with it and hopefully get a break off a shin pad or get something to create around the net. And as it turned out, it was a power play opportunity that gave us a chance to come back.
Yeah, and the two power play goals you did get was Dugan and Lecision, and having Dugan back in the lineup in the last few games, and of course what Lecision brings to the team, those are two guys that you will probably need to really continue to rely on to have the success if you guys want to have that success. Yeah,
I mean, Jack injured early in the year and missed a lot of time, and he's a true power play guy. He's a guy that can run that half wall and he can shoot the puck. He's starting to shoot it a little bit more than he has in the past, and he can still make those plays. He's still a good playmaker, passes through seams and that kind of thing. He sees the ice very well. And Jake, coming down back from the VGK, and he's found himself a nice little spot in front of the net on the power play. It was something that over the last couple of years we wanted to make sure that we saw him increase his offensive ability, and that's the one way that he's been able to do it. Very reliable guy when it comes to draws and D-zone and penalty kill. Now trying to expand on his offensive capabilities has been good for him, and he's a great kid. He's a student of the game. He loves to play and loves to get better, and he had success at the next level playing with the Golden Knights, and now he comes down to us and just has to refine everything that he's been doing and get in key situations, and hopefully that takes him to the next level.
Let me ask you one about the opponents, Abbotsford. This is the third time you've played them now, and you've yet to be able to win a couple overtime losses, but yet to beat them. What's the biggest challenge with this team? What kind of game are they? Makes it tough.
You know what? They're built for keeping guys to the outside. They're very good at boxing out in the D zone. And then when they do turn pucks over, they're fast. They've got fast forwards, and they've got guys that can put the puck in the net and can play at a high level. So, they just play a really good, tight system game, and it's just something that, it's almost playoff-like. So for our guys, this is a good learning experience because this is what it's going to be like, going into playoffs. There's going to be tight checking and teams are going to, tighten their systems down. So I liked our game tonight. I liked our guys just kind of sticking with it and being relentless and getting shots and just trying to do the things to get inside. And you know what? Sometimes nights are like that. Teams are going to be good. They're going to keep you to the outside. And I thought our guys did a good job in the third period of fighting through that and getting to the inside and creating more opportunities. And, it just was one of those games. It was a grind on both sides.
Okay, last thing is, one more meeting with them tomorrow, and obviously you want to win, but is it more important when this is the final meeting against this team that you want to at least get one win against them in the regular season? Does that have any extra importance?
Well, it would be nice. Yeah, I mean, you know what? We went up early in the year into Abbotsford, and we had a ton of injuries. We had guys called up. We were really, early in the year was tough for us trying to put a lineup together. Just situations weren't out of our control, and now coming back home, we came off a long road trip, so we were just wanting to make sure we played a hard, simple game tonight, just to get our feet back under us and make sure we were, staying healthy. And tomorrow is going to be another grinding game, so the guys got to find a way to get some rest tonight and come back tomorrow and play the same way and try to play as fast as we can and make sure we're playing a smart hockey game tomorrow.